Questions about U.S. President Donald Trump's health have resurfaced after viewers noticed what appeared to be a drooping on one side of his face. The observations came during the 24th anniversary commemoration of the 9/11 attacks, where President Trump attended alongside his wife, Melania. Videos from the event, along with screen grabs circulating on social media, show a subtle droop on one side of the president's face. Netizens quickly pointed out the change, sparking renewed speculation about his health and prompting discussions online about whether the unusual facial expression could indicate an underlying issue. One ex-user posted an image of the president in which they claimed, "He looks like he has had a TIA/minor stroke. This isn't a one-off expression. He's been like this for 30 minutes." A second ex-user claimed, "Don't usually buy into conspiracy theories much, but Trump definitely looks like he's had a stroke at some point." A third claimed, "Trump struggling to keep his eyes open at 9/11 remembrance event at the Pentagon." Another individual commented, "Just watching Trump at the Pentagon. His mouth is slanted, looks very like he had a stroke." Speculation about President Trump's health resurfaced following concerns over a bruise on his hand and a swollen leg, which the White House later addressed.
On another note, I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen. This is a well-known and benign side effect of aspirin therapy. And the president remains in excellent health, which I think all of you witness on a daily basis here. So the president wanted me to share that note with all of you. I'm happy to take further questions on it. We will provide the memorandum from the president's physician to all of you, as we always do.
Additionally, a recent photograph from the U.S. Open showed Trump taking a blue pill, fueling further discussion and a flurry of reactions on social media. Medical experts say there are two possible reasons for facial drooping. Either a facial nerve becomes swollen or damaged, or a part of the brain sending signals to the face is affected. Facial paralysis can lead to weakness, droopiness, and a loss of movement on one or both sides of the face. Several conditions can cause this, including stroke, Bell's palsy, middle ear infections, skull fractures, autoimmune disorders like multiple sclerosis, tumors in the head, neck, or brain, Lyme disease, sarcoidosis, Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and facial nerve schwannoma, a typically non-cancerous tumor on the 7th cranial nerve. According to the CDC, sudden signs of a stroke may include numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side, confusion, trouble speaking or understanding speech, sudden vision problems or difficulty walking, dizziness, and loss of balance. A helpful acronym to recognize a stroke is FAST. Face, check for drooping. Arms, see if one arm drifts downward. Speech, listen for slurred speech. Time, call 911 immediately if any signs are present. As of now, the White House has not issued any official update on President Trump's health, and there is no confirmation of any medical incident. Earlier, Trump trashed reports about his health, claiming those were fake news. A 79-year-old Republican said that he was very active over the weekend.
Something completely different, but about a big viral social media trend over the weekend. How did you find out over the weekend that you were dead? You see that?
No.
People didn't see it for a couple days. 1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning about your demise.
Really? I didn't see that. You know, I have heard, it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said, there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that. I get reports. Now, you knew I did an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half with somebody, and everybody saw that was on one of your competitors. I did numerous shows and also did a number of truths, long truths, I think pretty poignant truths. No, I was very active over the weekend. They also knew I went out to visit some people at the club that I own, pretty nearby on the Potomac River. And no, I've been very active actually over the weekend. I didn't hear that one. That's pretty serious stuff.
I'm glad it's
Well, it's fake news. You know, it's just it's so fake. That's why the media has so little credibility. I knew they were saying, like, is he okay? How's he feeling? What's wrong? I said, I just left. And it's also sort of a longer weekend, you know, it's Labor Day weekend. So I would say a lot of people, no, I was very active this Labor Day. I had heard that, but I didn't hear it to that extent. Go ahead, Peter. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City. Okay, so Huntsville, Alabama, we love Alabama. I only won it by about 47 points. I don't think that influenced my decision, though, right? That didn't, right? But we had a lot of competition for this, and Alabama's getting it, Huntsville in particular, so congratulations, everybody. Katie, congratulations. This will result in more than 30,000 Alabama jobs, and probably much more than that, and hundreds of millions of dollars of investment, and that's billions, because it can't be millions, it's billions and billions of dollars. Most importantly, this decision will help America defend and dominate the high frontier, as they call it. I want to thank Secretary Pete Hegseth. He's doing a fantastic job. And Secretary of the Air Force Troy Mink. Troy, thank you very much. Great job you're doing, Troy. This is such a big deal. This is one that everybody wanted to know. What are you doing? I also want to thank Senators Katie Britt, and I want to give my condolences. Your grandmother, her grandmother just passed away. She was 100, right?
100, and she loves you, Mr. President.
Well, and she was very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Very, very proud of you. So thank you, Katie.
Wonderful woman.
She must have been. To produce you indirectly, I can tell you she had to be. Tommy Tuberville, who's a great coach. And I won't say anything about what happened with Alabama football this weekend.
Let's leave that out.
But you're not used to that, right? You're not used to that. But Tommy, Auburn won, that's right. They did. So you're happy. Tommy's been a great senator, as you know, and a fantastic guy all around. He was also a tremendous coach. House Armed Services Committee Chair Mike Rogers. Thank you, Mike. Where's Mike? Mike, thank you very much. Doing great, Mike. Representatives Barry Moore, all great friends, Robert Adderholt, Gary Palmer, and Dale Strong. Thank you all very much, fellas. Appreciate it. In my first term, I created a thing called Space Force, so important. You know, we were losing the race in space very badly to China and to Russia, and now we're far and away #1 in space, and reestablished Space Com with a mission to protect American space assets and detect any threat to our homeland. We initially selected Huntsville for the Spacecom headquarters, yet those plans were wrongfully obstructed by the Biden administration. And as you know, they moved them to a different locale. And today we're moving forward with what we want to do and the place that we want to have this, and this will be there for hopefully hundreds of years. That's where it's going to be. I will say I want to thank Colorado. The problem I have with Colorado, one of the big problems, they do mail-in voting. They went to all mail-in voting. So they have automatically crooked elections, and we can't have that. When a state is for mail-in voting, that means they want dishonest elections, because that's what that means. So that played a big factor also. In Huntsville, Space.com will play a key role in building the Golden Dome, as you know. That's going to be a big thing. Everybody wants to be a participant in it. Missile Defense Shield, we're going to be having a Golden Dome that the likes of which nobody's ever seen before. The finest, the best. And by the way, Canada called. They want to be a part of it, and that'll be great.